So our next addition here is to change the levels, right? And you can see in the backdrops we have day, desert, and night. And first thing I want to do is I want to switch the order, the sequence to be first start with the day, then go to desert, and then go to night. And if you beat night, then you win the game. So let's go in our scripts and change that up, and the desert backdrop is switched right here in the beginning of the game. So I'm going to go ahead and change that to day, and that means that I also need to change this, right? Because this block of code here is the forever loop that causes all of the cars to clone, right? It sends out the right broadcast signals which cause the cars to clone. And so we could go ahead and switch it to day. But I think a better way to set this up is to start doing this when the start game is broadcasted. Okay, so let's go ahead and change that. Throw away the when backdrop switches to day, go to events and say when I receive start game, then I'll start doing this stuff. Okay. Alright, and so now what we want to do is, well, let's go ahead and just test that out, see if it works. Alright, great. So it starts off with the daytime, and now the question is, how do we get the level to switch after a certain amount of time has passed? Well, if you look here under sensing, we have this timer. Alright, and when you start the green flag, the timer starts off at 0 and it goes up by 1 every second. So we can use the timer to tell the program when to switch levels. Okay. And just if you're not sure how we're going to switch levels, we're basically going to do the same set of actions here. We're going to play the truck sound, we're going to pixelate, switch the level, pixelate back, and continue playing the game. Okay, so I guess we could put it in right here in this forever loop when I receive start game forever, or maybe we can make a new one because that one looks a little crowded. And so we're gonna say events when I receive start game forever. We go to control, and we'll have an if statement in there, and the if statement will say if the timer is greater than some number. And when we get this all worked out, I'm going to change this to 60 so that you have to play 1 minute on each level. But for now, I'm just going to put it to 10 just so we can test it and make sure that it actually works. Okay, or maybe 15. And so what do I want to happen if timer is greater than 15? Well, I want the level to switch. And so I can go ahead and pull that out of my backpack. And this is the block of code that I want to run. Okay, and I guess before we I guess we could put that in there, and it will pixelate, switch from day to desert, and pixelate back. I guess we don't need to do this since it's already happening up here, right? The music is playing in this forever loop, and the start game is already broadcasted. So let's go ahead and run that and see if it works. So we're waiting for this timer to turn to 15, and it should cause the background to switch, which it does not. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, great. And so you could see that the backgrounds did switch, but we had a little bit of a problem with the car still spawning while the background was switching. And so we'll fix that in the next video.